Alabama crushed Western Kentucky to start the season 1-0. Nothing that we didn't expect, but the dominance on the defensive side of the football and the explosiveness on the offensive side of the ball is where we're going to get things going today on the Bama Tailgate Daily Show. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Brought to you by Pearl River Resort. Let's get this party started. Let's talk a little bit of Alabama football and start week 2 reviewing week 1. Everybody, Mick Gillespie at Broadcaster Mick on the socials, and it is a pleasure to talk to you this Monday, Labor Day Monday. Hopefully you're having a great Labor Day and enjoying yourself and having a safe but fun weekend, extended weekend, and we should always have a weekend plus a day to start the official beginning of college football. And Alabama against Western Kentucky on Saturday was absolutely dominant. It was fun to watch. The offense, first off, the game started and Caden Proctor hurt his shoulder and was iced and out. And so that battle that we talked about on this channel a lot for the right tackle spot with Wilkin Formby and Eliza Pritchard played out exactly like I said. These guys might not win that job, but it's not going to take long where you're going to need somebody. Well, it took not even one game. The offensive line, the new center, Parker Brailsford, I thought they all did a good job. Tyler Booker was excellent. We're going to get into the offensive players of the week. Alabama looked rusty at the beginning of the game, picked up momentum, but the big plays were huge. Ryan Williams with 2 enormous touchdowns. There's never been a freshman who was supposed to be in high school that has had a better start to a career than this. And maybe you'd say all freshmen. I mean, this is one of the most really electrifying performances to have a guy with 2 long touchdowns in his debut as a true freshman really is amazing. It was a fun, game to watch from that aspect. We kept hearing about Ryan Williams, and then he stepped up and delivered. Jalen Milroe, though, got him the football, and Alabama was excellent throwing the ball. Didn't throw it a lot, but when Milroe wanted to, he was able to do that. Now, he ran great out of the pocket when he was pressured. They had some design runs turned into touchdowns. Milroe was excellent, and he just looked a lot more confident as that, dual threat running back. Also, the RPO game was there, a little bit better than last year as far as the offensive game plan. We didn't even see a whole lot of it because I'm sure they're keeping stuff back for Wisconsin and then Georgia. There's some big games coming up. So they'll play South Florida this week. And again, they're like a 31 and a half point favorite at home. So exactly the same line as we had this past weekend. I've been so excited about Justice Haynes, and he did not let us down. I mean, you talk about the way things went for Haynes. He touched the ball 4 times. He had an 85-yard touchdown run, which was just electric. He had 102 yards on the ground. Jam Miller had a touchdown, a 39-yard long, 10 carries for Milroe, 79 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jam Miller only had 5 carries. And the funny thing was Daniel Hill, who is a reserve running back, ended up with the bulk of the carries. He had 9 for 29 yards. We got to see some Ty Simpson. Milroe ended up passing-wise, 7 of 9, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, no INTs. And then Simpson came in, ran a touchdown. He's, coming into this game, trying to get some work, looked a little rusty, but it's what people wanted to see. Get him in, get him some experience in case he's needed to play. But 5 of 9 and no touchdowns, no interceptions for Simpson. So we got to see him on the defensive side of the football. There were some guys that stood out to me. Jihaad Campbell was my player of the game. Number 11 was great. Had 9 tackles, 6 solos, had 1 tackle for loss. He was all over the field. He was causing havoc. And then Deontae Lawson, 0. He was doing the same thing. 9 tackles, 3 solos, it was good to see those guys at the linebacker spots doing their thing and giving us an idea of what to expect. How about Jalen Mbakwe? Got to see the true freshman corner. Had 3 tackles playing in the game. Everyone talking about Quay Russo, who was had a tackle for a loss, was in the backfield a lot. Another guy that people were really excited about was Robinson. You know, he had the big sack. I mean, but this defense is deep, especially up front. And we saw a lot of different guys get into the game. And for Alabama, you felt really good about the pressure that they were putting on. Now, Keon Saab had a great game too. I mean, think about it. 2 interceptions. He almost had a third. It was really fun watching those return yards. He gives you confidence that losing Caleb Downs, which is tough. And now you got Keon Saab, who transferred from Michigan, kind of, in that safety spot with Malachi Moore and, and some of the other guys that you'll see back there. But he did a great job, too. Anytime you get 2 interceptions, they were game changers. You get them early, score those points, turn it into a blowout. Alabama's offense really didn't get a chance to operate long because they kept scoring so much. So, there's a plus and a negative to just ripping down the field and scoring. The plus is, hey, you're getting guys work. You're going to win the football game. 63-0 is a big deal. The negative is that sometimes you want to have that, hey, we're going to have to grind out some drives here, snap the ball, 5, 10, 15, plus drive plays just to get ready for those Georgia games where, they're coming up and a tough schedule where, you're going to be in a position we're going to have to do that a lot. But special teams player to me was Cole Adams. I love we finally got somebody ready to return some kicks. 5 punts, 42 yards, averaged 8.4. But he just was doing it, man. And I felt like last year that was definitely a weakness. Alabama was just fair catch. Nobody wanted to return the ball. Kool-Aid ran from it. And this year, it seems like Adams is a guy that's going to bring that kind of that mentality back, the Javi Arenas mentality. We've had a lot of great punt returners, and some of those big games, a punt return changes everything. I mean, you think about it, it's another way to score. So I was excited about that, and kudos to Kalen DeBoer. Very positive about the team, talked about the success that they had, obviously the things that they want to continue to work on. But this was a good win for Alabama, and for him, makes his debut. Didn't seem like the stage was too big. The schedule is going to get tougher, but he's done everything that you could expect so far. And I know that it's the media that really kind of wants to, this guy this and this guy that, and maybe some Auburn fans, but he's been really good. And it's just what we've come to expect with him. I mean, he's just ready for this opportunity, and we'll see what happens next week at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Now, Alabama released its Players of the Week, and it's definitely worth talking about here. I mean, these are the guys who got it done, and Jalen Milroe and Tyler Booker were skill and power offensive players of the week. Jane Burnlip, the special teams player of the week, so they didn't see it like I did. Graham Roten was the offensive scout of the week, and that's kind of like a walk-on position. Good for him. Always want to see those guys get their names in. Keon Saab, the defensive skill position with the 2 interceptions. Jihaad Campbell, no surprise to me, defensive power player of the week. You got Kobe Peavy, defensive scout of the week, and then special team scout of the week, Jay Looper. And so good for both of those guys. To get, all those guys, all 4 of those guys for getting recognition. But you're already getting a feel for what Kalen DeBoer is all about. And that is, hey, it takes more than the guys that you see on camera to get things done. I mean, 3 of those guys we might never see ever. They'll be behind the scenes doing their things, like helping this team get ready. But by putting their names out there, by giving those guys that aren't going to play a lot the opportunity to be players of the week, you're kind of setting it up like, hey, you know what? We care about that. And we care about the preparation that it takes to get ready for the games. And no matter what your job is, you need to be ready to help out. And so I thought that was really cool. Bama plays next week. We'll start previewing that as the week progresses. Big Sexy Elmo will be back on the show. And look, man, I don't know if any of you guys are interested in a hat, $25. Got a handful of them. We'll probably order some more, but they finally came in. It was the longest order in the history of orders, but we got them, and we're excited about having them. So $25 if you want to join the family. I've got some stickers as well. So we will be at the Strip, Jake Coker and I, for the Bama Tailgate show on Friday. We're going to record it, obviously, for play throughout the state on Saturday. We're going to be at Unique on the Strip. And for you OGs like me, it's the Egan's, the old Egan's. It's now Unique. It's a sports bar, kind of a dive sports bar. Man, Coleman is a guy that runs the place. We'll be there from 1 to 3 to record the show this week. So swing by, hang out with us. We'd love to see you and talk a little bit of Alabama football with us. We had a great time at Galette's last week. We're going to bounce around. I think we'll be back at Innisfree some as well. But we're going to be there for all the home games. And then if any of you guys live down in the Gulf Coast area like we do, we will be at the Floribama Yacht Club for the pregame show when Alabama plays Wisconsin. So swing by and hang out with us. And again, it'll be 1 to 3 when we record that on Friday for play throughout the state. All right. Thank you, guys. Make sure that you remember that next time you're looking for something fun to do, you got some buddies, you got a bachelor party, bachelorette party, you got friends, you want to go somewhere, you can't get to Vegas. The best place to go here in Alabama or, anywhere close in the South is Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. You got 2 really cool casinos in Golden Moon and Silver Star. I've always loved the vibe in Silver Star. Golden Moon has the sports book, all the amazing restaurants like Mama and Them, Philip M. Steakhouse, but it's an hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, and it's not Vegas prices. I mean, you're going to go over there, you're going to have a good time, they're going to treat you right. You got table games and slots, you got the sports book, you got Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. You play $50 at the sports book. You can go play Dancing Rabbit for $40. Don't even need a membership. And when you get there, you're going to be like, man, this is a course that you feel like you do need a membership to check out. Gary Allen's going to be there. Scotty McCreary's playing this fall. You can find out more at the Pearl River website. But some great concerts, celebrating 30 years right now. Geyser Falls is their water park. They got a spot. They got everything you need. So we appreciate them. And we appreciate you guys. Roll Tide, thanks for hanging out. And we'll talk to you really soon. Roll Tide.
To Pearl River Resort.